Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to our MCLU webinar for this month, the monthly compliance and legislation update. As you can see at the bottom, we are covering the updates during April 2023. Also, welcome to our new look slides. So this is the first set of MCLU ones with new pictures and everything, so enjoy it. Okay, change is as good as a holiday, and we might just as well have one in the middle of the year. So for today, I'm your presenter. If you haven't been to my webinars before, my name is Lettie, Janse van Vuuren, and I'll be with you for the next 2 hours or so. There's all my background if you want to know where I'm from, what I've done, what I'm doing currently. I do mostly research and webinar presentations. And then I also do technical advice on mostly auditing matters and quality control and those kind of things. All right, but this is absolutely my passion: the research and the presentation. All right. On the agenda for today, let's have a look at the contents. We've got accounting update as always. You'll notice that we've got the 2 new ones added in sustainability and technology, and then I also try to assess and estimate how much time will be spent on the taxation update, because a lot of you want this for your tax CPD specifically. All right, so you can normally go according to the items, the number of items. You'll see under regulator news, there's a lot, but I think there's 2 of them that are really important. Okay, so I tend to focus on the most important ones during the webinar anyway. The learning outcomes, as you can go through this in your own time, but the nice thing is that, staying up to date and knowing how to remain compliant. My quote for the month of May, I just typed into Google when I was finding this. I said inspirational quotes for May, or for the month of May, and it said, "May your tomorrow be brighter. May this month be more successful. I wish this month brings more inspiration and love in your life. Happy month of May." But then I found this picture and it says, "May you find inspiration in the big picture, but may you find love in the details." So everything to do, may you have a fearless month. Just go for it. Okay. May we have a fearless rest of 2023. Free from all fear. Okay. In terms of our accounting update on the section slides, now you'll see that I just typed in a little bit about what this section is all about, right? So just to make it easier for those. In terms of the accounting update, we've got our IFRS monthly news summary. There's only really one item of interest. The IASB has confirmed that there will be temporary relief from deferred tax accounting following the Pillar 2 tax reform, all right? So all that they've done is they've basically agreed to finalize the amendments to IAS 12 for this. So the temporary relief will only be for the companies that have to account for deferred tax from the implementation of the Pillar 2 models. So if you want to go and have a look at it, all of the links I've left in here for you, you're more than welcome to go and read up on that, okay? If it is underlined and highlighted like this, that's a hyperlink. So in your PDF document, just make sure that you click on it. All right, then SAICA have issued, I know I've got this under accounting issues. SAICA have issued explanatory commentary on the body corporate template. Remember they issued the illustrative financials, I think it was in February somewhere. I think it was in the month of January, so it came out in Feb. This is just a document that explains, and it will help body corporates when they have to prepare the illustrative financial statement. It's got references to the pages, and it tells you what the purpose is, what the relevance is, what the requirements is. So it's nice because it links in back to the SDSMA Act and, why is there a levy schedule attached and what. So that the source document here, I have downloaded it for you. So those of you that are using the body corporate template from SAICA, please make sure that you also refer to this explanatory comment. Okay. IASB have created and released a database of PI definitions by jurisdiction. Now, as you know, we've already got a very good definition of pies in South Africa. I think we were sort of quick off the bat and out of the starting blocks first. As soon as AISBA released their draft and they finalized it, then URBA released theirs. Okay, and they really took a lot of it into account in terms of the South African scenarios. So everything like that has already been taken into account in the South African context. But this one now will basically just help all the regulators, the standard setters, everybody from revising the definitions of pies in their country or within their jurisdictions. Okay, based on AISBA's pie definition, I know that we are included in here. South Africa is one of the 78 jurisdictions in here that's listed. I've given you the source document there. But bear in mind that URBA have already done theirs, and SAICA have also already updated their code in line after AISBA and URBA have been through this. But you'll remember that I did do this with you when it changed, and we had the definition of pie, which was the South African context ones that changed the limits and everything, but they've also now added in they've added in the publicly traded entity instead of listed entity, right? So that's quite nice there. All right. So these revisions that we're looking at here will be effective for audits of financial statements beginning on or after 15 December 2024. And then that's for the revisions of the international independent standards. Right. So all of this is basically all about strengthening the code, guiding the mindset and the behavior of professional accountants. That's what it's all about. Okay. So just to make sure that everything is there, the new category publicly traded entity is there. It recognizes the role that the local bodies have in actually adopting the code and identifying what the local definition is of a public interest entity. So I think kudos to South Africa and thank you to URBA for being on the forefront here. It certainly has made our lives a lot easier. Right. Then AISBA have also issued another document, and I left this, even though it's ethics, it is not under auditing. I've left it here under technology-related revisions of the code because this guides the ethical mindset and behavior of professional accountants in business and professional accountants in public practice. Right, there are so many new changes and opportunities that have arisen from this use of technology. I mean, technology is rapidly expanding every single day. So there's lots of accelerated digitalization and all the technological advancements that we've been experiencing. So these revisions are there to help us to cope, and we need to remain relevant. That's why we need to worry about this, because the landscape of technology transformation is ever evolving. It's really rapid, okay? And the revisions will then apply here to the use of technology, including to the extent possible future technologies. So the revisions here apply to the use of any technology. They're very clear on that. All right. Remember that the revisions here talking about the guidance fit for the digital age. That's really what we are all about. The fundamental principles of confidentiality, professional competence, due care, all of that, we need to deal with the circumstances in complexity as well. Okay. So just when it's effective here as well, same as your public interest entities. Okay. And then I just gave you a link here in case you do not have the AISBA handbook yet. It's different to the IAASB handbook, which is the one with all the auditing standards and so on. This one literally has the ethics handbook. All right, so there's a link to it and you can go and access it. The source document that you'll see on these pages, the source document is actually the final revisions to the code. So that's in there as well. Right, let's move into our auditing updates. As you can see, this little man is scrutinizing very nicely. I had so much fun searching for these pictures, I must say. I'm absolutely a picture person. So when people tell me things that are like very graphic or whatever, I always imagine it. So yeah, anyway.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.